What's up guys, Shogun here from Retro Revolutions, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my part in the creation of this awesome little project here, the Timecop1983. Yeah, when I first got the brief, I had no idea what the console did. I just had my typical design specs that I needed and all that stuff. And it wasn't until Jared actually brought the hardware to me and showed me what it actually comprised of that I really realized the scope. And like, Jared is constantly blowing me away with what he manages to do with these things and what he can make them do, and the lengths that he goes to make like something that I would never have thought was possible. So that definitely gave me inspiration to want to create the packaging and supporting material to really complement and, quite frankly, just do this thing justice, you know. And yeah, I wanted to, and as we always try to do with every project we've done, each time it gets better and better, and we bring up another level of quality, another level of production each time, and just, yeah, it hasn't failed yet. So yeah, that's off I went and started collecting resources. I'm very much an asset hoarder over all my years of design, and yeah, I've managed to get a rather large amount of design assets, logos and whatnot. So I started digging, and yeah, started my usual routine of when I get a new job from Jared. And so yeah, after setting up the net and then the base color and whatnot, I had to go back and create the Time Boy logo. So yeah, I just took the Timecop logo obviously into Illustrator. I think I had a PNG, and then I vector traced it all and cleaned up any pixelated edges and whatnot, and then yeah, cut off. I morphed the C into a B and made it all sit a bit even. Yeah, it came out pretty good. After that, I go back in and yeah, start. I would have had a concept as we're supposed to, and started and a color palette that I would have kind of figured out. And yeah, I stick the sub color after the base color, the sub majority color, whatever you want to call it, and put that on my panels. As you can see, the blue bits that go over, and then measured up on a real box, or measured like with did some calculations and figured out the size of certain strips and banners that are on the original Game Boy, and yeah, that's how we got the little blue slide on the front piece and where the logo was going to go, because yeah, try and copy the style of the Game Boy as much as possible. And yeah, on the front there I if you I don't know if you see certain ones, the ones that we replicated, yeah, it's got that grid but it's a different color. And yeah, I just chucked in some other things just to kind of balance the colors and weight of it out with that galaxy in the background. And then yeah, I made that in just, yeah, obviously some blending mode, opacity with a little glow on the outside. Obviously all the fonts I use are all exact copies. It's you'd be surprised, they're not just standard fonts usually, they're usually modified slightly from something. But the older ones are a little bit more general, but the newer ones, like it's like a PlayStation for example, there's a font that's going around and it looks almost exact, and it's known as the PlayStation font, but it's not right. It's got a few letters that are off, some by a bit and some by a little bit. And so yeah, in doing some PlayStation projects, it's been yeah, I've got a master drawing now of it that I've vectored out, so I can modify it to whatever I want. But yeah, again, enough of that design nerd talk. I guess that's what the whole part is about, so you're just gonna have to listen to it. But yeah, get the start laying it all out. I've usually got a placeholder in place where until Jared can get me some proper product photos. This time we were together to shoot the product photos. It was quite good, and they came out really good. I think from the time we did this to now, I've got some other things I would have liked to do that image in Photoshop, but that's how it goes. All the next ones have got that. So by then Jared would have given me the details of what it can do and the blurb, and I'll get to copywriting and write out a nice bit of text, bit of type, try and make it sound, or you know, shop talk, like it looks like a real thing, advertising talk, similar to the kind of wordage that'd be on it, on the real thing. Then yeah, with the barcodes, I'll just generate a barcode either from the country of where the customer is or the client, and or if they want, it can be just like they were the original box, and then yeah, all the proprietary logos, HDMI or whatever, and then yeah, I'll always include the logos and the names of the major contributors in the actual creation of the project. In this case, Genuine Human, Mizucat, myself, and Jared. And then now we've created, I created a QR code. We'll always do it in colour to match the box and whatnot, but yeah, that's a nice little addition, I thought, to all the future boxes that we make. And yeah, proprietary logos, HDMI and all that. And yep, then by then I would have had the product photo as well, and that can go in. Yeah, so then I'll ask Jared what kind of games the device can play, and yeah, he'll give me a list of course, but sometimes there's certain games a client might want on it, or the package might be themed to a certain game, so that game obviously has to be on it. But yeah, I always try to pick screenshots with colours in that shot that'll match either the theme or match each other in their line, and I'll always try to get a screenshot that, you know, I play most of these games myself obviously, so I'll try and get screenshots of a part in the game that, you know, you'd think people would want to see, like with certain characters or whatnot. Yeah, after they go in, then usually that'll be all the assets on the page and all in place. I'll double check over everything and check the balance and just, you know, push and pull a few things around and make sure everything's just sitting nice and the weight's balanced out. Double check all the fold and cut lines, because that's just horror if you're getting to printing and you're, you know, something's out on your box net, then you are in for a wheel out of swear? I don't know, so you're in for a headache. Yeah, so you want to make sure everything's spot on before you go to printing. Ideally, you do tons of color tests. If you're a nice rich design studio, you can just print out heaps, but because these are one-off creations, we're not making a mass production die for it, it's just the net, so it's all custom laser cut, and yeah, they truly are one-offs. And just luckily I listened in class when I went to design school and have a pretty good idea about print theory, and generally everything comes out as I'd assume it would. You know, you can never be guaranteed. The colour on the screen is never ever the same as what you print, because, you know, the screen's RGB and what you print is CMYK, subtractive and additive colours. They work differently. But yeah, again, design, nerd talk. But so yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Of course, as a designer, you always look at you look at something, and you after you've done it, and you think, oh, I could have done this or I could have done that. Actually, there's not much on this. Actually, I think I would have added or taken away. So yeah, I think it came out good. I think it actually looks better printed than it does on the screen, and I'm sure Jared's pretty happy with what he's done and created the actual thing. And yeah, I'm sure Timecop will be happy with it himself. Well, I hope so. I hope you are. We tried our hardest. But yeah, I think now's the part of the video where it goes back to Jared doing his stuff that I have no idea how to do. But yeah, this was a pretty good job, and until next time, take it easy.